Well, here it is. Finally, I have been meaning to make this video for a long time, and here we are. This is the finished product. Our house is completed as it is right now. There's a couple of things that aren't complete yet, like the tile here in the entryway area, the Gencon area, has not been completed. We're waiting for a couple of months on that. I don't know why. Apparently they have to bake it tile by tile, but whatever. We're waiting for that. This is the living room area, dining room area. We had concern, I suppose, with how it was going to look finally, with the size of it. Was it going to be comfortable? Was it going to be too small? I think that it turned out pretty good. We'll see how it looks with furniture in it. But so far, I think it looks really nice. The lights that we had made by the craftsmen in Fukuoka play a nice role. We kind of added some accents with the different color of blinds, and also there are some accents caused by the loft and the windows above. Those windows actually have also different colored shades. That's what we have so far for the living room, and let's look into the other side, into the kitchen. All right, well, on this side, this is the kitchen area, and as you can see, I'm standing where there will hopefully be a kitchen island sometime soon, and that kitchen island will also feature an oven, a nice gas oven, which is now in a box in the corner of the house. So we got to still do that. That's the kitchen island. But we're working on that right now, and aside from that, I think the kitchen is basically completed. This is the famous tile that we had to wait for and that we struggled with, but I think that it really works well. The white and the green really complement this nice butcher-block counter that was made by somebody right here in Hakuba, and then these are the IKEA cabinets. This dishwasher showed up. This one was a little bit in delay from all of the logistics problems, and same with the stove here, stovetop, and this range hood. They were a little bit delayed, but they showed up on time. So I think that everything really came together nicely. This is a nice, comfortable place to do some work. It's not exactly designed like a kitchen person would probably design it, but I think that it's going to work for us, and it was the best we could do. One thing I wanted to mention, because a lot of people were wondering after the video that I made about how we're going to heat the house, well, we decided to go with this. This is old school kerosene heater. This one heater does a nice job of actually heating the entire house. We don't have any kind of central heating. It's probably not the most ideal situation for heating. I'd love to do something that's a little bit less environmentally damaging, but I think that relatively speaking, this one doesn't do too badly. And one of the nice things about this pine floor is that we chose this pine soft wood because it really holds the heat, and it just feels so comfortable to the foot on the foot. And so we really liked having the pine floor. Pine floor and floor heating is not possible. Basically, you need either hardwood or more likely synthetic, and we didn't want to really have any synthetics anywhere in the house. So we went with the pine floor, this heating system, but we're also going to have a wood stove over here, right here in this corner. It's going to be built for next winter. We're really excited about it. A guy in Matsumoto who designs wood stoves is going to build it for us and install it. So hopefully we'll see that before it gets too cold. So before we go into the TV room, we'll stop here for a quick hand wash. We wanted to have like a place where you could wash your hands outside of the toilet room, but we didn't have much space, so we had to get this tiny little sink. But I guess it works. It's fine, and so yeah, whatever. The kids can wash their hands when they come in, etc. And then there's the toilet room here. So the famous blue room, which I've mentioned in other videos as well, That room, I don't know, it works pretty well, I guess. This is a Japanese room on the first floor, which we are using as the TV room, although all we have in here right now is a TV. We don't have any other furniture, so I guess it really is a TV room. But anyway, we got the tatami in here, and a light that was actually designed by another light maker, more in a Japanese style. So this is it's just a casual room, can be used as a guest room, etc. It's small but comfortable. So that's the downstairs Japanese room, or washitsu. And actually the camera that you're looking at me from is in the office. And one of the cool things that we've done is actually we've kind of created a one of those conference room style walls that we can wall off the Japanese room and the office. So that way, when we're doing something in the office, we can close it off, and when we're not, we can open it up and have a large space. So just a little sneak peek of the office. Don't look too far down because it really looks ugly. Well, we'll show you the top because we really like the ceiling and we like the color scheme, etc. So there you go. If you only look up, that's what the office looks like. You look down and it's just a bunch of computer screens and junk. So that is the office and the TV room. And now let's go upstairs, because I think that one of my favorite parts of the house is this stairway. It just looks so nice. It gives such a nice air, kind of empty feeling to the house. Airy feeling to the house, I should say, probably. And it just floats in here, and it gives the fukinuke like a larger space. So I really like how the stairs worked up. And here, this is the window into the master bedroom. And this, I think, is really cool because this allows us to have a view of all of the front windows. But it also has that cool feeling of like an old Meiji era, or even before, maybe Edo era Japanese house, where people had the windows going into sort of the main fukinuke area. So we kind of use that as a design element for this house as well. So from here, one of the coolest things I think is just this mezzanine area, which looks out over the mountains and the forest a little bit, but also gives us a real town feeling. We can see all the neighbors' houses, etc. And this is just, I think it's a really cool feeling as well. But as you can see, we do have a little bit of a flicker from that ceiling fan because it is crossing the light paths. We were working so hard on that, but you know, it's just inevitable. And the truth is, it doesn't bother that much. We've been using the ceiling fan and the lights practically every day, and in certain areas of the room it tends to flicker a lot. But most of the areas, it's really not bad. So, it's okay. We're not disappointed. So this banister was actually also created by a local in Hakuba. I think he lives actually in Otari. And he's also the guy that made the doors for the house, which I'll look at as well. And it's just really cool. It's just a different looking design, something unique that we wanted to have, that gives it a little bit even of a Japanese flair as well. So that's the banister. This is that door design that I was talking about earlier. We had them custom made also by a local guy, and he made 9 of these doors, I think, in the house total. But some are sliding and some of them are just regular hinged doors. But they all look the same, and they're fantastic. He did a fantastic job on these doors. So I definitely recommend, if you're looking at needing something custom done, it's not so expensive. In some cases, it's the same price as having it done by one of the big companies. So in this case, look at fantastic, and we were able to give this guy a little bit of extra work while we're at it, which is even better. So coming into the bedroom, this is also a Japanese room, the Japanese tatami room here, and these lights were also made by the same guy in Fukuoka. So this is a really comfortable room, just a nice size for sleeping, and I like to sleep on tatami, so it just means rolling up the tatami at the end of the day and becomes a great space for just to exercise or doing other things. From this side of the master bedroom, you can see that we built in that window that I mentioned earlier, and we can close it off with these shoji screens. Kind of nice, gives it sort of a traditional Japanese kind of ryokan feel, and obviously the privacy, but it also allows us to open it up and have the views from the main windows. So that was kind of nice design element from both inside and outside of the master bedroom, and it gives us a great view from inside the room. Our concept was to have like a sort of big family closet that is close to the washer and dryer, and that is easy to access for both all of the rooms and the shower, and also for putting away clothes and that sort of thing. So this is the family closet, and yeah, looks like a closet. Pink walls, and it's a great place to store clothes. We won't even bother going in there. So now the bath, which was such an important thing for me, because as you may know if you watch the other videos, I'm really not into the system bath or the system kitchen, and so I really wanted something that looks more I don't know, traditional, I guess, and so this is what we were able to do. The first thing that you see is this sink. This was like the first thing we bought when we got to Hakuba, and it kind of defined the color pattern for the entire room, because we had a blue sink, so we had to come up with something blue. And so so this sink led to the blue tile, and if you look on the floor here in the actual sort of washer dryer utility area, we have this sort of hexagon blue tile, which we really liked right from the beginning. So that was decided on quickly, and then we talked about the tile trouble. Up here on the wall, you can see this sort of, I guess this is like a 6-sided tile here with diamond centers. We really loved this too. This was actually something that we accidentally found on some page of a catalog, and we had to like call them and find out what it was and whatever. But anyway, we were able to find it, and we really fell in love with this. So we started working around it, and we came up with a couple of cool ideas. But if you watched the episode about the tiling, you know that those ideas disappeared when we ran into the logistics problem of getting tiles into the country. So we had to come up with something else quick, and this is what we came up with. I think it really works well. The dark blue on the bottom was a last minute choice, and it matched the light blue on the top. The colors came together. These were from totally different companies. We were a little bit worried as they started putting it together, but it worked. And the bathtub ends up looking really nice in there too. In Japan, people were a little surprised about our desire to have a glass door, but I think it works. But it's something that people do all the time in the US, but in Japan it's a little bit odd to have a clear glass door into your bath, but that's what we have. And also at the bottom, if you look at the tiles on the floor, you can see that they are thermal tiles, which I had never heard of, but they're actually really cool. I think you can get them from Lixil. You can probably get them from other companies too, but they really do hold in the heat. It's amazing. They're nice and warm while all the other tiles are cold. One of the great things about this bath, unfortunately, it's not Sakura season anymore, but if you look out the window of the bath, and also of the bathroom, that looks out onto Sakura tree, and it's really, really amazing in spring. For those 2 weeks that the sakura are in bloom, it just covers that window. So beautiful. Unfortunately, most of the blossoms have fallen off now. This is one of the little niches that Kubota-san, our carpenter, built in for us. It's just so simple, but so nice, so tasteful. So let's go out to the balcony, because this is another place that was really important to us. A comfortable balcony where we could go out and read a book. This is This is where I'm going to spend a lot of mornings just sitting and relaxing. It's a great view, great feel, very comfortable. I can look inside the house and look outside the house. And finally, let's go into the kids' room. And if you've watched the video, you know about the kid. And there he is. Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Hey, you want to give a tour of your room?
Yeah.
All right, all right. Go ahead.
Hello. Okay, so this is a cool light with light. And look, dinosaur. Ah. Okay, there's a picture here. And this is the play table. And look, there's a ladder. Okay, so should we go up? Okay, let's go up. Whoa. So, this is upstairs of my room. And this here we have a wood carpet. And we have a wrist rack here. I think so. I'm gonna sleep here. And I think when I get this inside the box, I think. And look, a tree. And if you can see, look, a car. Did you know that this is a log cabin? And it's not a log cabin outside, but cool here. And you can see the house. And without all these toys, it will be cool, really cool.
So that's the house. Thanks for joining. I'm glad I could finally get this video done. Sorry it took so long to do, but it took us forever to get it in some kind of visible condition. So that's about as good as it's ever going to look. Now we're just going to start messing it up. Yeah. But thanks for joining.
My room too, I might do some cleanup.
He's got to do a little bit of cleanup. You got the car keys? You ready to go?
Yeah.
Are you driving?
We're going to go to somewhere.
Where are we going?
I don't know.
Okay, let's go. You drive.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.